The new year is the perfect time to reflect and change some old habits. And why not start with your own finances? This morning, Mike Kinnett from Prostatis Financial is joining us with some tips that we all need. Mike, thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning.
Good to have you back.
Thank you. Thank you.
Looking to the new year, so many people want to get finances in order, among many other things that we, I'm sure, are trying to do. What's the first step? How do we begin?
Well, I think the first step is always having a written plan. If you don't already have one, go back and go back and start one. But if you have one, go back and review it. It's in writing. People get nervous about, if they have a thought in their mind, it's just a thought. Put it on paper, makes it a plan. And you need to know what you're going to be doing this year, but also down the road for the next 10, 15, 20 years. So I always tell people start with a written plan for the year.
Okay.
But I also think that people need to look at if they overspent during Christmas, because that's always a big,
Yeah,
holidays.
I was just going to ask about that. If you got to get some debt taken care of.
Yeah, I mean, attack it quick, I mean, do it with as much gusto as you did the spending in the first place.
Well, let's talk about tips for doing that. Let's say you have that Christmas debt. Where can you start putting money towards that? How much do you put towards what do you advise?
Well, we always look at it, if you put it on credit cards, because that's typically what people have done, always attack the highest interest rates first. Play the credit card game. I mean, credit card companies are now sending out those credit card offers all the time. Flip your balances around to get the cheaper interest rates, but attack the higher interest rates first. And start thinking about giving up that Starbucks coffee and putting it towards the credit card debt, because there's...
Can make a big difference.
Oh yeah, there's nothing worse than interest rates on credit cards. That's the worst thing out there.
Let's say we tackle that debt and now we want to start saving. What do you suggest? Do you open up a bank account of savings? Do you put it in your own account? What's
well, that's
the best?
a good thing. I mean, everybody should have 3 to 6 months worth of reserves. Right. I mean, those emergency things. That's not for vacations. It's not for a car. It's not to play. It's if you get laid off, you become disabled, the roof blows off your house. 3 to 6 months worth of cash reserve. So that should be the next thing that you're doing this year if you don't already have one of those.
And where do you keep that money?
That's as bad as interest rates are, in a bank account. It needs to be safe, secure. You need to be able to get it on a Tuesday if something happens. And if you put it into a mutual fund or a stock or something, I can almost guarantee you that the stock market will be down the day you need it.
I know, and it's a scary thing,
right,
wondering what's going to happen with that. And even looking ahead, a lot of people planning for their children starting in the new year. I know I'm one of them.
Well, you have a newborn, right? 4 months
so
old, right?
How do we start that? Where do we begin?
Well, I'm a big fan of the Maryland College prepaid trust fund. It's a great plan, or the 529 savings plans that they have. Both of them are great plans. If you do it correctly, you can have all 4 years of school paid for at today's rates. It's a legislative guarantee, so I think that's a great plan. It's a great gift for grandparents to give to their grandchildren.
Really is.
It's fantastic.
Thank you so much. We have so many more questions for you, but we're going to put your information on our website, foxbaltimore.com/morning, so people can get a hold of you. Thank you very much.
Always a pleasure.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
Thank you. Well, coming up, a surfer survives a really terrifying shark attack. How this man escaped that great white and what witnesses on shore said they saw. 8:27 is the time.